So I'm going to be trading on crash 500 index, and I'm going to see how much I will be able to make at the end of this trading section. I'm going to be using a lot size of 0.5, and currently right here, what we can see at this point is that the market is actually buying right now. The market is buying at this point. So the first step is to check the hourly time frame, like the 1 hour time frame. So check the 1 hour time frame right here. We can see that the market have sold for a long period of time, so we have a full confidence that I will be able to place a buy at this point. So I'm going to place a buy right here on the market. Okay, so I just placed a buy right there at that point. So I just entered into 5 position right now for a buy entry, and we can see that the balance right here is currently showing 0 minus 47, right? So it's going to add up. Okay, now going back to the chart section right here, at this point I'm going to put on the main window on my indicator right here, I'm going to put the RSI indicator, which is the relative strength index. At this point right here, the relative strength index on indicator window 1. Then I'm going to put on the MACD, right? I'm going to put on the MACD indicator. Then after that, I'm going to put on moving average on the main window right here at this point. Okay, now I just put on the moving average, and we can see that right now, if I zoom in, I've currently gotten about 2 candlesticks at this point, and during the downtrend of the MACD, the spike always comes through in the market. Now we're currently on a profit of about 0.97 dollar. So when it's about $1 right now, I'm going to close the trade and take the profit at that point. Okay, now while waiting for the candle, we're using the 1 minute time frame to trade in this market right here. We're trading on the 1 minute time frame. So after this candle ticks right now, I'm going to exit the trade and take the profit for about $1. So remember, we're using the 0.5 lot size, and we can see that we open into 5 positions for the same entries. Okay, so it is a good way for you to take advantage of price movement from the market, right? Take advantage of price movements by enter into multiple positions with one particular trade. Okay, one particular type of trade, not that you enter into different position on boom, crash, volatility 75. No, that's not how you want to do it. So now we're at a profit of $2 from the market. All right, now we just made a profit of $2. We entered into 5 positions right here, and you can see how perfect that is at that point. Okay, now I bought the market from this point and I exited at this point. All right, now we're going to wait until the spikes comes into the market before we place another buy entry point. Okay, before we place another buy entry. Now let's go over to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame right here, the market is still selling, and it's a big sell entry, right? We can see that this market is selling for a long period of time. Now we check the 5 minute time frame. At this point, the 5 minute time frame, the market sold here, and right here is still buying. On the 1 minute time frame, the market is still buying. So we're going to look for a good opportunity after the spike has come into the market. Okay, so this is how you trade on crash 500. You wait for a better good analysis before placing a trade for either a buy or a sell. You don't just place a buy without doing a proper analysis. You don't just place a sell without doing a proper analysis, so that you don't end up with a losing trade. So you can see with just about 4 minutes, I got about $2 profit from this market, from this trade entry. Now this is not a good entry point for me to place a buy, and it's not a good entry point for me to place a sell, because if I place a sell, I will be waiting for the spike, right? I will be waiting for the spike, but before the spike will come into the market, it might take about 4 to 5 candlesticks, and I don't want to be in a losing trade. I don't want to be in the losing. I don't want to be losing the trade before the spike comes into the market. So because it's a downtrend of the MACD, as you can see at this point, it's showing us a downtrend. So the spike that's going to come into the market is going to be a big spike. But we saw that on the 1 hour time frame, the market has sold for a long period of time, Okay, it's sold for a long period of time, so the market need to go back to the upward trend. We are seeing here the market at the lower low, which at the support zone right here, so you need to go upwards back to this point here, but it will buy and sell just as it did here, buying selling, just like that. So it will follow the same pattern because we are seeing that the moving average right here is curving downwards, then it will go upwards. Okay, it's going upwards. So if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that this market is still selling and it will sell. And remember that once the market is selling on the higher time frame, meaning that the market will also sell on the 1 minute time frame, even though it's buying. Okay, it will sell even though it's buying. All right, so while we're waiting for the spike to come into the market at this point, the spike, right, perfect guys. We're waiting for the spike to come into the market at this point. You can see that here there was a spike, but up to this point there was a spike. At this point immediately it starts creating an upward trend. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see at this point right here, when you go to this level of 90, the spike comes into the market. Here the same thing, you zoom in a little bit, the spike comes into the market, the upward trend. All right, and we are saying that the market is going upward. So this is how you trade the crash market, doing proper analysis before placing a buy or a sell. Okay, with just 3 candlesticks, I got about $2 profit from this market. And all I have to do is have a little bit of patience, and we'll be in a winning trade. I would have stayed in the market, but I checked the hourly time frame and I saw that the market is selling for a long period of time and it's still selling. And the hourly time frame controls the lower time frame. So whenever the market is buying, it's going to buy on the 1 minute. Whenever it's selling, it's going to sell on the 1 minute. Okay, so I hope you guys found value in this particular video that I've just shared with you guys. Okay, and currently we can see that the MACD is now beginning to create an upward trend. And when it starts creating an upward trend, you can see that the black line has begun to shorten and it's above the level of 90 at this point. If you scroll back here to this point, you can see that the same thing happened at this point. Starts creating an upward trend and the spike come into the market. Same thing here, start shortening upwards, and the spike comes into the market. All right, so we're waiting for a better opportunity before I'm going to place a buy or a sell entry. So this is not a good point for me to place a buy, and it's not a good point for me to place a sell. Right, I hope you understand what I'm saying to you guys.